2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar. My name is Lon Kelso. I'm joined, as always, with Taylor Fitzgerald. Taylor, Portland State, University of Montana, a battle in an elimination game, game 5 of the tournament, game 1 of 3 here on day 2. What are the keys for both teams? The Jeremiah Johnson keys to the game.
Yeah, starting off with Portland State, I think it's going to be really important for them to reset in the circle. Obviously, they have Sheree Nakoa-Chung, first team All Big Sky member, and she does a really great job in the circle for them. So just resetting in the circle from yesterday and then continuing to come out with some urgency in the circle and on defense to set the tone early. I also think it's going to be really important for Portland State to score first and score often. Yesterday, they weren't really able to put a lot of pressure on Sac State and create a lot of offense. So scoring first and continuing to score throughout the game is going to help keep pressure on Montana and put them in a good position to take this game. On the flip side, for Montana, I think it's going to be really important for them to just continue to embrace that underdog role. As we've seen, they've had one of the biggest program and probably NCAA turnarounds this season. So just continuing to play with that no fear mentality and leaning into their identity of being scrappy. They're also going to need to continue the big production. Logan, yesterday we saw a home run fest with Montana in their first game. So just they did a really good job of capitalizing over pitches that were over the heart of the plate. And here in Pocatello, they just fly. So just continuing to hunt pitches in the box and be aggressive as they also look to score runs early and often.
So Jeremiah Johnson, keys to the game. Montana, the home team, the 4 seed in this tournament. They're wearing the all-white pinstripes. Portland State will play visitor, the 6 seed Vikings, wearing all black. As all 6 Big Sky teams will play today. This is game 1. Game 2 will be Northern Colorado and Weber State. That also be an elimination game. And then the semifinal, de facto semifinal between Idaho State and Sacramento State in a winner's bracket matchup. One of those teams will punch their ticket to the championship. Short recap on yesterday. Montana played in game 1 yesterday as well, taking down Weber State in run rule fashion. Like you said, a lot of home runs, home run fest. 6 home runs in the game, program record. Anacaco, 3 home runs, a tournament record in a single game. Then game 2, a little bit, or not, Montana did not run rule actually. It was close. Yeah, they played a full 7, but they got close to the run rule. Second game was a run rule as Sac State dominated Portland State in game 2. Idaho State played Montana in game 3, ran rule Montana 10-1 the final there, sent Montana to the losers bracket. And then an absolute thriller in game 4, a 1-run victory by Sacramento State to punch their ticket to the semifinal, going 2-0 on the day, taking down Northern Colorado in a nail-biter. Colorado had the tying run on 3rd and the winning run on 2nd in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, we saw a lot of different wins yesterday in a couple different fashions. Like you said, Logan, first game, Montana played the full 7, and then the 2 run rules, and then obviously the nail biter last night with Kennedy Bacon just continuing to get out of pressure situations for Sac State, and she did a really nice job. And like you said, UNC had the winning runs on base, just unable to capitalize, but I'm sure they'll come out today with some fire as they look to take on Weber State in game 2 today.
Montana will go with Kara Sweet in this circle for the 3rd straight game. Taylor pitched 9 innings total yesterday, pitched 5 against Weber State, then went 4 innings against ISU. She'll be tasked with the Portland State lineup led off by Grace Johnson, who scored the lone run for 2 runs for Portland State yesterday. Brianna Lutz batting 2nd, batting 3rd, Abby Carsley. Mia Martinez batting 4th, batting 5th will be Sierra Yamas, followed by Sheree Nakoa-Chung, Riley Gosdad, Nicole Roscoe, and Gracie Tony, who played yesterday, played in the defensive flex spot. Today, the defensive flex will be Jacoby Coombs. Montana defensively, Kara Sweet will be throwing the ball to Grayson Graviette. Her 3rd consecutive start after Madison Tarrant is out for the tournament due to concussion. At first base, Kaylee Mejia. Over at second, Grace Lopez. Shortstop, Anna Cockhill. Third base will be Brianna Gutierrez. Left to right will be JoJo Christians, Jessica Churms, and Mackenzie Bukowski. The first pitch strike from Kara Sweet. to start things off. Taylor, what do you see out of Sweet in the circle?
Yeah, Kara Sweet's going to come in and throw that side to side with that screw and curve. Has a really good changeup that she likes to use as well. Mostly throws away to lefties and away to righties, but does have the ability to come inside. She has a 56% swing rate on the changeup, so I think for her, just being able to mix her pitches is going to be really key, and then utilizing that changeup, especially against a good offense like Portland State.
Did she go around? She did. And that'll be, is that strike?
Strike three?
Strike three. I was about to say, Grace Johnson wasn't moving a muscle. So start things off with the strikeout. Kara Sweet has had success against Portland State. The Grizz sweeping the Vikings early this season, in large part thanks to Kara Sweet. Went 10 innings, allowed 7 hits, 1 earned run, didn't walk a single batter, 7 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. Said Coach Meadow McWhorter wants a word with a home plate umpire, Matt Jacks. The first base umpire will be Cameron Bajornstad, and third base umpire, Eric Bodden. 1 down, that brings to the plate Brianna Lutz. Brianna Lutz on the year batting .339 with a .967 OPS. Lutz in the series against Montana went 3 for 9, had an RBI, scored twice, had 2 walks, and a double.
Yesterday, like you mentioned, Logan, Kara Sweet got the ball in 2 different games, and honestly, I was really impressed with her ability to go at the hitters that she faced, especially when she was pitching against ISU. She did a pretty good job of going at them, kind of keeping them off balance, and ISU, to their credit, was able to capitalize on some pretty big defensive miscues by Montana, but I thought she did a great job yesterday, really composing the circle, and definitely one of the top pitchers on this team.
Yeah, Kara Sweet yesterday went 9 innings, 12 hits, allowed 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. The ace for this Montana Grizz softball team. Also co-newcomer of the year. Transfer from Sacred Heart, first year in the Grizz program under second-year head coach Steph Ewing. 2-1 pitch. Misses down for a ball. So hitters count to Brianna Lutz. All Big Sky selection at third base.
Yeah, she's made some pretty incredible defensive plays yesterday. Had a couple line drives, just smoked at her at third base, and she just gloved them up easy like it was nothing.
3-1. Ground ball. Fielded and thrown over by Grace Lopez for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Kara Sweet. Then I'll bring the plate Abby Carsley, the transfer from Kansas. From McMinnville, Oregon, so transferring closer to home, batting .232 on the year, .779 OPS, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, 11 of her 26 hits have gone for extra bases. First pitch swinging, Gutierrez tosses over to first for out number 3. 1-2-3 start for Kara Sweet in the Grizz. They'll grab the bats, see if they can score first in the bottom half of the inning. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar at the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when 1 is a collection of many, 1 can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, one member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Welcome back to Game 5 on Game 1 of day 2 of the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar. Elimination game. Montana versus Portland State. Kara Sweet able to set down the Vikings batters. 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. Grace Lopez to lead things off for the Grizz. 6 for 7 in her series against Portland State earlier this year. Scored 7 times, Taylor, 3 RBIs,
Dang.
3 walks, 3 doubles, including a home run and a stolen base. It'll be her, then the lone senior, Anna Cockhill batting second, as Lopez lifts one into the outfield. Way back there, leadoff bomb! Grace Lopez continues her dominance against the Vikings. Make it now 7 for 8. That home run brought to you by Northern Quest Resorts and Casinos. Taylor, another one.
Man, what a shot off the bat of Grace Lopez. At first, it kind of just looked like a fly ball going to be out to Grace Toney in right field, but it just kept carrying, and Grace Lopez didn't get to join in on the home run party yesterday, so starts off today with a leadoff bomb for the Grizz, gets him out to a 1-0 lead here early in game number 1 of the day.
So Chloe Saxton now batting. She's batting second in this one, followed by Anna Koch, who had 3 home runs of her own yesterday. Kaylee Mejia batting 4th, followed by JoJo Christians, Mackenzie Bukowski, Grayson Gravier, and then Brianna Gutierrez, Jessica Churms, who went back-to-back yesterday as well, en route to a victory over the Weber State Wildcats. Chloe Saxton on the year batting .288, 879 OPS. And previously against Portland State, went 3 for 8. Had 3 RBIs, scored once, had 1 walk, and one of her hits was a double.
As we mentioned, Nakoa Chung going to get the ball for Portland State. The senior right-hander loves to throw that curveball, both as a backdoor and as a regular curve. She also has a rise and a changeup she likes to use and has 51% swing rate on the curve and the rise, so a heavy strikeout pitcher. We're going to look for her to settle in here early as she looks to help Portland State advance in the tournament.
Yesterday, Nakoa Chung, an accomplished 4-year career for the Portland State Vikings, looking to extend her career at least one more day and game. Winner of this game will play the winner of Northern Colorado and Weber State. The game played after this tomorrow in game 1. 3-1 count on Chloe Saxton. Straight Nakoa Chung throwing the ball to Abby Carsley, playing catcher at first base. Jacoby Coombs over at second. There's a call strike. Narrow the counts for Grace Johnson over at second. Shortstop, Mia Martinez. Third base, Brianna Lutz. And then left to right, we got Riley Gostad, Nicole Roscoe, and Gracie Toney. Time called by someone in right field.
I think it was Gracie Toney, yeah. But then she motioned, I'm good, don't worry about me.
So the count remains full on Chloe Saxton. Here's the pitch from Nakoa Chung. Ground ball, Lutz firing over to Coombs for out number 1.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, great response by Nakoa Chung there, getting Saxton to ground out to Lutz over at third base after falling 3-0, and she'll get out number 1 of the inning.
It rolls over to Lutz. Pass over to Coombs.
Right behind the bag, too.
Yeah.
Don't really see that often, actually, where the third baseman fields it behind the bag.
So Anna Cockhill, fresh off a 3 home run day yesterday, and that wasn't all she did. She also went 5 for 6 overall on the day. 3 runs scored, 5 RBIs, and 3 homers and a walk. Only time getting out or retired was off full count. Marley Gluskin got her looking.
Yeah.
Had the lone RBI for Montana against Idaho State yesterday. 1-0 count to the Helena, Montana native, called strike. These count 1-1 on the season. Cockhill is batting .325 and 1,000 OPS. Now 12 home runs, 42 RBIs. Also 10 for 13 on stolen base attempts as she nears closer to the program record. The 1-1. Fouled away.
Well, I think what's cool about an athlete in Anna Cockhill is she's just a sophomore, and so she's going to have 2 more years to suit up in the Grizzly uniform, and she'll really be able to, I think, help take this team to where they want to go, which is competing for a conference championship and then a conference tournament title as well. But she's just such an integral part of this team, not only with her bat and defense, but her energy as well.
That one misses. It was count 2-2. Montana won their first tournament game since 2022 yesterday. Now looking to extend to the final 4 teams in the tournament. 2 teams will be eliminated today. Yesterday, all 6 teams were in action. Today, likewise. 2-2. Foul back. But instead of having playing games yesterday, we get a full slate, 2 elimination games, a semifinal. Should be a great day here at Direct Communications Field in Miller Ranch Park. 58 degrees. Should be fair, a little bit windier yesterday. Yesterday, an anomaly. Almost no wind throughout all 4 games.
Seriously.
2-2s fouled back.
I was talking to one of our ESPN crew members, Mitch, and he was saying that he doesn't ever remember a time where there has been 2 days with no wind in Pocatello.
Yeah.
So yesterday, like you said, was an anomaly, and right back to what we're used to here seeing at Direct Communications Field.
Yeah, there is a lake wind advisory out right now, but it seems like there always is some sort of wind advisory.
Absolutely, especially at Miller Ranch.
And it is blowing out as of right now.
Good for the hitters.
Right field, where Grace Lopez hit her home run. Definitely got in the stratosphere of the wind. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Sent out. So full count to Anna Cockle, making Sheree Dakota Chung work here in the bottom of the first inning. They already have the lead thanks to a solo home run. The pitch. Misses. Anna Cockle reaches first base. 1-out walk. That'll bring the cleanup hitter to the plate, and Kaylee Mejia, the freshman who's batting .382, .971 OPS. One of the big gets for Steph Ewing in her second year as the head coach of the Montana Grizz.
The crazy story about Kaylee Mejia is she didn't even start the game, or start the season as a starter for the Grizz, but really has worked her way into the lineup and has become just such a key part of it, as you mentioned, for Steph Ewing.
First pitch up, misses. Yeah, didn't start the year as a starter. Around conference play, around the Portland State series. Became a main line starter for this team. And then, not only that, now she is the cleanup hitter for the Grizz program.
And Big Sky Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, big reason. The major turnaround for Montana is they're getting roughed up in conference play, taking on tough opponents like Oklahoma.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then they sweep Seattle U at home. And then kind of everyone's like, oh, Montana got a sweep. Okay.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yep.
And then conference play starts next week. They sweep Portland State.
Yes.
Portland State and Montana, but neither team was really projected high coming into the season. And it was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Maybe Montana is solid, but no one really believed yet.
Yeah.
Then they went 2-1 against Northern Colorado. And then everyone went, okay. As Anna Cockle's on the move, throw down the second, not in time. Anna Cockle's stolen base number 11 on the season.
I was wondering if they were going to send her. And she, like you said, inching closer and closer to that career stolen base record for Montana. And again, just off with the pitch and gets in there, gets herself over to scoring position for Mejia.
So we'll look at this one again. Great jump by Cockle. Tag too late.
And Abby Carsley has a great arm behind the plate, so you know you got to be quick if you're going to beat the throw from her.
Swing and a miss by Mejia. Yeah, then Montana each week seemed like it was winning 2 games almost every single week. And then to a point where going to the last weekend, it was still like, is Montana legit? They sweep Weber State. And then it's, oh, okay, we're gonna have a best of 3 championship series. Montana made all the way in.
Missoula.
And then this one popped up. Tony Angel actually will go to the center fielder, makes the catch, but Anna Cockle will tag, catch secured by Nicola Roscoe. I personally thought Montana would be better this year. I never would have expected them to be competing for the championship at the last weekend. Yeah,
I think, like you said, definitely a turnaround. And with the history of Steph Ewing and what she's been able to do at the other schools she's coached at, specifically Cal State San Marcos, you can tell that she brings a championship culture to her teams. And like you said, Montana just kind of coming out of the gates and surprising everybody. And up until the last weekend, they were the only team to have not 1 but 2 sweeps in conference play. Nobody had swept until the last weekend.
And then they had an amazing comeback, scoring 4 runs in the 7th to take the first game from Idaho State. And then all of a sudden it was, whoa, Montana's about to pull this off.
Yep.
And then Idaho State came back and won game 2 and 3 to take the Big Sky crown. Montana fell from all the way to a game away from the 1 seed to the 4 seed, having to play that extra game yesterday before rematching with Idaho State. As Nakoa Chung gets Christians to chase.
And that's that chase rate that we were talking about at the beginning of the inning, that she's just able to make it look so good in the eyes of the hitters and then get them to go out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. That'll retire the side. Nakoa Chung allows 1 run on a solo shot, leadoff bomb by Grace Lopez, and Cockle stranded on third base. The score now, Grizz 1, Vikings nothing. Vikings looking to even things up or take the lead in the top half of the second. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar, right here on ESPN Plus. In the second, and we started off by Mia Martinez, 4-5-6, due up. First pitch swinging, sent deep, and out of here. We're tied. Mia Martinez's team leading 6th home run of the season is presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Taylor, any ball in the air might be leaving today. That was a no-doubter.
I think you're right. You could tell right off the bat, Mia Martinez here just jumps on a pitch over the heart of the plate, and just, like you said, a lot of balls I think are going to get out today, but this one, like you said, no doubter. Off the bat, you knew that was going to be gone. As that ties it up 1-1 here.
First pitch swinging.
Yeah.
They did reverse their fortunes. We're
yeah,
tied.
they did.
1-1.
They did.
Now bring to the plate Sierra Llamas, the freshman designated player in this game. First pitch in the dirt for a ball. Kara Sweet, in her 93 innings pitched this season, and only given up 14 home runs coming into this. It's up her 15th right there. This is her 20th or 30th appearance in the circle. 8-7 on the year, 3.84 ERA coming into the game with 47 strikeouts and 36 walks. 2-0 count on Sierra Llamas.
What's been really interesting about the home runs that we've seen, not just in this game, but throughout the tournament, with the exception of Ava Brown, have all been in pretty early in the count. They're just, hitters are going up there and hunting a pitch and swinging, and then they're not getting cheated. So definitely a pattern that has been developing throughout these 2 days.
Yeah, I think I've noticed a lot of base guys, a lot of first pitch strikes. I think a lot of the scouting has become swing first pitch.
Yes.
Which at the same time, we saw Portland State swing a lot of first pitch yesterday against Sac State. And there was a lot of them were just weak ground outs.
Yes.
And that becomes a worse issue because the pitcher's getting a quick 5-6 pitch inning.
Exactly.
This one ripped to center. It's going to get down. Sierra Llamas with a single back-to-back hits for the Vikings. It's the first base coach wearing the Viking horns.
Good job right here by Llamas just to jump on a pitch in a 2-2 count and just drive it right back up the middle. Didn't try to do too much. Just able to hit that right in front of Jessica Cherms in center field.
I'm trying to have fun. Trying to probably play more loose.
Yeah.
Yesterday, they seemed a little, I don't want to say nervous, but they seemed a little.
Definitely a little tighter.
Sac State put together some, I mean, they had the first, 5 batters reach in that game? 4 straight singles.
Well, Alexa Ortiz was fabulous in the circle for Sac State.
So they had to play from behind almost the entire game. They had to play from behind coming to this inning, but a great response. A lot more of the Portland State we've seen all season. Where it seemed like every time another team would score, Portland State would respond. They are the 6th seed, but have gotten some quality wins this year. They went into Boise, took down the Broncos. They took down Boise State. They beat Idaho State 1 game. The only team they got swept twice by Sac State and Montana, who unfortunately they have to play for their first 2 games. Ripped into center. This one's going to hold up. And making the catch is Jessica Cherms for out number 1.
So just going back to what you were talking about from a pitching perspective about jumping on first pitches, as a pitcher, your goal is to get ahead, right? And then try to work off the plate, which is something that we've seen throughout the conference and pitchers have been able to do so well. But like you said, when you're getting ahead, it's probably one of the best pitches you're going to see in that at-bat. And so to the credit of the hitters that have been able to jump on it and early, they're getting a better pitch to hit than they would maybe later in the count.
Gostad first pitch swing, and this one's going to get down. Bloop single for Gostad, advances Llamas to second. She shrugs her shoulders. It works.
Hey, sometimes it doesn't have to be hit as hard as you can, but that worked out and found in no man's land in right field.
Vikings got something cooking here. They even really, both the base coaches are wearing the Viking helmets.
Trying to get that Viking vibe out there going on. But yeah, just a pitch on the outer half of the plate, and Gossett just gets enough of it where she's able just to kind of poke it in to right field in between the right fielder and second baseman where nobody was, and just continues the inning here for Portland State.
So Nicola Roscoe's turn. The runners on first and second and 1 out. Sweet only allowed 1 run in her 10 innings pitched this season against Portland State. It's already allowed as many in this one. First pitch to Roscoe misses down for a ball.
And I think if you're Portland State in this situation, obviously with 1 out as well, you have to capitalize, especially with a runner in scoring position right now in Llamas at second base. You have to capitalize. You have to try to score as many runs as you can, especially against a pitcher in Sweet, who has seen a lot of success against this Portland State team.
Both teams do not have a ton of depth in the terms of pitching. So I have a feeling we'll see about as much as both starting pitchers are willing to give, not just because it's an elimination game, because they're really, a lot of teams have 1 and 2 aces. These teams really rely on their starters.
Yeah.
Kara Sweet and Shrey Nakoa Chung. We've seen Kayani Kong pitch 2 innings yesterday. Cameron Ortega's gotten 81 innings this year. And Audrey Elias and Brooklyn Braun have also gotten some innings. For Portland State, it's really been the Shrey Nakoa Chung show. 135 innings pitched. Next closest is Gracie Walters with 77. She got a little bit of time yesterday against Sac State, as well as Giselle Pantoja. And then outside of that, you have 18 other innings combined between Claire Masters and Hannah Jardine.
Yeah.
So 3-1 count on Nicola Roscoe. Sweet here in a tough spot. See what pitch she goes with here. Ground ball over to Lopez. Tosses Akako over to first. Got her! Double play! Kara Sweet gets out of it. And that ends the inning. So let's look at this one again. 4, 6, 3 to retire the side, but not before Portland State ties it. Solo home run, Mia Martinez. We'll have the bomb second after the break. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. Grizz. 2 solo shots for Montana, Grace Lopez. For Portland State, the shortstop, Mia Martinez. At least 6, 7, 8 due up for the Grizz here in the bottom of the second. Mackenzie Bukowski to start things off. The sophomore batting .306, 876 OPS. An on-base percentage of .390 as she's drawn 19 walks on the season. Second pitch from Nakoa Chung. Misses up for a ball. 2-0.
Good response last inning by Portland State to get on the board with the solo shot of Martinez. Now it's going to be, are they going to be able to come out and have a good inning on the flip side defensively to kind of try to carry momentum throughout the rest of this game?
Just misses. So it'll be 3-0 on Mackenzie Bukowski.
On the flip side, for Montana, obviously they had that great inning-ending double play. Are they going to be able to capitalize on the energy and the momentum from that double play and carry it here in the bottom of the second?
3-0 pitch. 4-pitch walk to Bukowski to start things off for the Grizz in the bottom of the second. They'll bring to the plate Seminole hitter Grayson Graviette, who yesterday did well, 1 for 4, had a walk, caught all 13, near 13 innings for the Grizz yesterday.
And her one hit came in their game against ISU off of Marley Goluskin.
Yep, showing bunt, gets it down, but it'll be caught. So she did not get it down. Jacoby Coombs, who's sprinting in, makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 gone, brings to the plate Brianna Gutierrez. We look at this again, just a little too much on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say too much, a little bit too much on the sweet spot of the bat. As you see, Nakoa Chung does have good velocity, and with that, you want to try to get it off more of the end of the bat to make it deaden a little bit as it hits. But right there, Jacoby Coombs crashing in hard, catches it on the fly.
First pitch swings, Brianna Gutierrez fouls it away. Brianna Gutierrez might have had the fastest home run yesterday.
Absolutely.
Line drive, hugging the left field line for
a shot.
Home run, yeah. Second home run we saw yesterday. How many did we see in total yesterday? There were 7 in the first.
7 in the first game.
7 in the first game. There's 1, I think, between Sac State. ISU had 2 against Montana.
And then
Clark hit at least 3 against Sac State. Evers Lyles had 2. There's 5. I feel like we're missing 1 there. Oh, Maddie Mendoza.
Oh, yes, so Maddie Mendoza, 6.
And today we've seen 2. So if I do my math, it's 8, 10, 16, 18 home runs now we've seen in the tournament.
In just 5 games.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
So 1-2 on Brianna Gutierrez. Yeah, we haven't even played 4 complete 7-inning games either.
Yeah,
Those are with a 5-inning game and a 6-inning game included there. 1-2. This is up for a ball. 2-2. I think Weber State's the only team. Or no, Sadie Kirk got a home run.
Oh, yeah, she did.
So she was the 7th in that game. Portland State have it. Well, they hit their first. So every team's officially had a home run.
Yeah. With a ballpark like this, and especially with the winds blowing out today, we knew that was coming.
2-2 pitch from Nakoa Chung. This one in the air. Tony ranging in. Makes a catch. 2 gone. Yeah, it was. If there, I'd like to. Actually, I'm going to confidently say this. I think there won't be another conference tournament with as many home runs. If we could stop right now, I don't think.
We still probably would have a ton.
I don't think the SEC tournament's going to have 18 home runs total.
It's going to be pretty tough against pitching in the SEC, as you see there. Just Gutierrez is underneath that ball a little bit, flies out to Tony. But yeah, like you said, given the atmosphere of where we're at and just the hitters in this league, it's going to be a high home run hitting tournament. And other tournaments going around the country don't necessarily have the luxury of elevation like we do.
Yeah, I was talking to SID John Match, Iowa State's sports information director and associate athletic director. We were talking about it. We're trying to figure out where Iowa State's ranked in elevations. This one's put to right field. It's going to be a base hit. Bukowski rounds second. She's heading to third. She's going to stand up, throw down to second. Did they get her? No. Jessica Sherms advances to second. So a single by Cherms advances to second, and there's 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Grace Lopez. We look at this one again.
What a great piece of hitting right there by Jessica Cherms. Just takes that ball the other way and punches it in to the 3-4 hole, and Bukowski running with 2 outs was able to get to third, and then Cherms sneaking in over there, get herself into scoring position for the top of the lineup.
So Grace Lopez left the ballpark her last time around, as and McWhorter, we'll talk to her, senior pitcher in the circle. I was talking about the elevation. Albuquerque, we think, is the highest. I think New Mexico's the highest. They're about 5,300 feet up.
Okay.
Fort Collins, about 5,000 elevation, so for Colorado State. Greeley, Northern Colorado, is about 100 feet taller, or 100 feet higher than Pocatello, is at 44. Provo, Utah Valley, and BYU, well, as Orem and Provo, are also higher. So that, and Logan. So there's 3 Utah, New Mexico, Colorado State, Northern Colorado, we know. So there's 6 that are above this stadium. So I think ISU, from my understanding, probably is the 7th highest elevation softball stadium.
Yeah.
A little bit higher than Missoula is. And then a lot of other mountain cities don't really have softball. Like Boulder would be up there, but
but they don't have softball. That's why, as a pitcher, we like to pitch at sea level.
Yeah, you'd love pitching in Portland State.
Yeah, exactly.
First pitch to Grace Lopez. Misses down for a ball. Yeah, I'm sure I'm like completely blanking on one school.
I think you got most of them, though.
It has to be in the West. It has to be around the Rocky Mountains. There's none in California, I think, that are, because the highest points in California don't really have D1 colleges. 1-0. This is up for a ball. 2-0.
Yeah, I was going to say in Colorado, I know there's some pretty good Division II programs out there.
Montana is definitely probably also top 10 now.
Absolutely.
Right? And so is University of Utah. Weber State, I think I check Ogden. I'm guessing they're close as well.
Probably close, yeah.
High elevation conference. 2-0. But then Portland State plays at near sea level.
Yeah, so they probably like playing at their home. Sacramento plays at sea level pretty much. So those two probably...
They take down the average.
Yeah. But then when they come to places like this as hitters, their eyes probably get wide and they're super excited.
3-0 pitch. Bases are now loaded, full of Grizz, and it's up to the senior, Chloe Saxton, to bring him in. Senior versus senior. One's collegiate softball career will end after this game, and one will get to play at least one more day. Chloe Saxton could help her case right here to continue playing collegiate game. Straight to Koa Chung, trying to keep her at bay. First pitch called strike.
So after 4 pitches, I think they might have been doing one of those, if Grace Lopez is going to get herself out or let her get her out. Right. But I think they wanted this at bat in this matchup right here with Chloe Saxton. Which she left the ballpark yesterday too.
Yeah,
so.
she did. Back-to-back with Coghill, and one of Coghill's 3 home runs. 1-1 now in Saxton. You have to attack Saxton. I mean, obviously bases are loaded, but you also have Anna Coghill on deck.
Waiting on deck, So this is a big time at bat right here early in this game.
And you'd love to face Coghill in the 3rd inning with nobody on.
Exactly. The
1-1. Swings that one, puts in foul territory now to play. So 1-2, Nicole Chung a strike away from escaping this early game jam.
Big time pitch coming up right here.
Montana trying to break through. 1 hit in the inning, 2 walks. 1-2, foul back. Saxton's been through it all in Montana.
Yeah.
Experienced the highs and the lows.
It's really cool that she's going to get to end her career on a high note at Montana, especially with how much this program has really been able to turn around in the past season. And obviously it started last season with Steph Ewing coming to Missoula, but really with the turnaround they've had this season.
The 1-2. Ground ball, will it sneak through? It will! Off Johnson's glove, 2 runs will score. They're going to hold Lopez at 3rd. A 2 RBI single by Chloe Saxton. And the Grizz have regained the lead. It's 3-1.
Well, we've been talking about it for the past 2 days. As you see here, just Chloe Saxton gets a pitch on the outer half and just hits it hard somewhere, and just out of the reach of second baseman Grace Johnson, which would have been a fabulous play if she was able to make it. But the Grizz add 2 to their lead here and bring to the plate Anna Cockhill.
So Anna Cockhill will bat in the inning. Runners on first and third. A chance to really blow this game open. Serena Koa-Chung gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Taken down for a ball.
Well, I think if you're Sheree Nakoa-Chung in this situation, you do have a base open, so you do not have to go directly at Anna Cockhill, but if you can get something on the outer half of the plate or on the edges of the plate that she's going to be able to swing at and get herself out, that'd be a huge win.
Right. 1-0. Swing and
like
miss.
That pitch right there.
Cockhill went 4 for 9 against Portland State. Had 2 home runs in that series. 1-1 to count on the Helena, Montana native.
Another big opportunity right here for Montana just to continue to add to the lead.
All Big Sky pitcher versus an all Big Sky hitter. All first team shortstop, maybe the most loaded position. We've seen some great shortstop play.
Oh, yeah.
Donald with a couple hits against Montana. Mia Martinez, Portland State went deep. Saw Maddie Mendoza over 2 games go off. And a Cockhill 3 home runs. That one's backstop. Grace Lopez gonna score. It's now 4-1. Saxton advances to second on the wild pitch.
Just a pitch that kind of gets away from Sheree Nakoa-Chung here, and Lopez able to capitalize on it. As you see, it hits off the glove of Abby Carsley, and then unfortunately with this backstop, usually it just goes kind of right back to where the catcher is. This one kind of caromed down the first baseline, so Lopez was going to be able to score pretty easily. As that'll cause a timeout to be called with the Portland State infield. Try to regroup here a little bit and still try to get the batter in Anna Cockhill.
Portland State seemed to be having the momentum. Montana's sucked it out. Came right back.
Well, I feel like when your season's on the line like this, you can step up and you can kind of do some different things than maybe you would in a regular season game. And I think it's going to be a fight between these 2 teams, and whoever gets the last punch is going to be the one that ultimately ends up victorious.
Three-1. Fouls that one away. Full count, 2 outs. Doubt they'll give her anything really crazy to hit. But you have Kaylee Mejia on deck. Full count, 2 outs, pitch. Hit over to Mia Martinez. Toss to the first for out number 3. But not before 3 more Grizz cross home plate. Thanks to 2 hits and 2 walks and a wild pitch. It's now Portland State 1, Montana 4. Portland State looks to respond top of the 3rd. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Conference Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN+. beautiful and windy Pocatello, Idaho. Kara Sweet out for her 3rd inning of work. We're into some trouble in the top half of the second. Able to get out of it by just allowing 1 run. Face the bottom of the order. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Vikings. Gracie Tony takes the first pitch outside for a ball.
Yeah, like you said, last inning got into a little bit of trouble, but only got out with the leadoff home run of that inning to Martinez with a huge clutch double play by her infield.
Fouls that one back, now to play. Evens things up 1-1. 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and a wild pitch. Bringing the lead to 4-1 here in the top of the 3rd. Kara Sweet's now pitched 11 full innings so far in the Big Sky Championship presented by Jam Bars. That pitch seemed to hardly miss.
Yeah, that was one of the. We've seen some really close pitches in this tournament. That's probably the closest one that we've seen.
And Matt Jack's not budging behind home plate. Swing and a miss. That was a beautiful pitch.
Nice little changeup right there by Kara Sweet, and when she's able to use that pitch efficiently, it just sets up her whole game and really just helps elevate her pitching to that next level.
Oh man. Count's now full.
You could
Two
see,
close ones.
you could see
Kara Sweet staring down the umpire.
Well, and then the Montana defenders are kind of jumping around and kind of cocking their heads to the side. Like that was pretty close.
The full count pitch. That's a walk. So Vikings looking to respond here in the second. Leadoff walk by Gracie Tony will bring the top of the order up in the form of Grace Johnson.
So after taking a couple really close pitches, Tony able to work the count and draw the walk. And like you said, that'll bring up Grace Johnson, who is really just a spark plug at the top of this lineup for Portland State. And if they can get her going and get her and use her running game, they're going to be able to kind of shift some momentum here in the top of the 3rd.
So no outs, runner up first. Second time Viking order is facing Kara Sweet. Well, that one misses. 1-0.
Johnson in her first plate appearance today, struck out on 3 straight pitches. So looking to kind of turn that around here as she sees Kara Sweet for the 2nd time today.
1-0. Shows bunt, fouls it back. Evens the count 1-1. Gracie Tony on the season is 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. She stands over at first. 1-1 pitch. Make it 2-1. Grace Johnson looks to be swinging away here.
I think if you're Grace Johnson here, you just got to look for something out over the heart of the plate and really just try to hit it hard and make things happen.
3-1. Hitters count for Grace Johnson.
Gonna get a timeout called by
Roseville, California, as time's called.
good old Roseville, right next to Rockland.
Is it?
Yep.
That's where you're from, right?
Yep.
Rockland.
They're like next to each other, right next to each other. We actually played travel ball together for 1 season, Grace Johnson and I.
You.
She's a lot younger than I am, though.
She was like 13, playing
No. Well, I mean, she was playing up for her age because she's always been really, really good.
Right.
So, but
Who's the most famous person from Rockland?
Logan Webb.
Logan Webb's from...
He went to Rockland High School.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. Well, off the top of my head, it's Logan Webb. There could be somebody else, but represent Rockland for the San Francisco Giants.
Rockland kind of got a lame motto, though. A family community. Shows bunt. Fouls it.
I was going to say, to be honest, I don't even know what it is.
Family community.
We've had some good athletes come out of Rockland, and Logan Webb, Sydney Barker's at Oklahoma.
You.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Full count to Grace Johnson. Runner out first, no outs. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one back. No, Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver for the 49ers.
All right, let's go. See, there's some people out of wrestling. A family community, that's funny.
Family community. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, stopped by Cockle, flips to Lopez. That'll be all they get. Great play by the sophomore shortstop for out number 1.
Nice little glove flip by Anna Cockles. You see that ball takes her up the middle, flips it to Grace Lopez at second base, and Johnson with too much speed, they weren't going to be able to double her off, but getting that lead runner in that situation is huge.
So fielder's choice puts Johnson at first. I'd like to imagine she'll be on the run on one of these pitches. We haven't really seen Graviette's arm tested much.
No, we have not. Watched her throw in warm-ups, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
So,
called strike.
well, I think especially when you have somebody like Grace Johnson, who is just essential to this running game of Portland State. I mean, she gets a good jump. You put a runner in scoring position without even having to do anything really up at the plate.
Lutz 0 for 1, grounded out her last time around in the first inning. Part of that 1-2-3 run by Kara Sweet to start things off. So 1-1 now to Brianna Lutz. Brianna out of Ramona, California. Played at Palomar College before this. That one misses, so 2-1 now on Brianna Lutz.
What it'll be interesting to see as Portland State sees Kara Sweet for a second time coming up here, what adjustments they make in the box and with pitch selection and what they decide to do here.
Here's the 2-1. Johnson on the move, so hit and run. Johnson will hold that second. Base knock by Brianna Lutz. The tying run comes to the plate in the form of Abby Carsley. Look at this beautiful hit here, Taylor.
Yeah, I was going to say just another great swing, nice and compact, just drives that ball right back up the middle. Second ball we've seen hit straight up the middle right there to Jessica Churms today, and Lutz gets herself a base knock, moves Grace Johnson over into scoring position and sets it up right here for Abby Carsley.
First pitch to Carsley, misses down for a ball. Sweet. Struggled a little more to find the zone. Seems also the strike zone by Matt Jackson seemed to shrink a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say it seems a little bit tighter as the game has gone on. And it's a pitcher that can be a hard adjustment to make, but I think she's just got to trust her spin and trust her off speed.
There's a strike. Evens count 1-1.
Because really as a pitcher, you only have to miss the barrel by a little bit and you get somebody to ground out or fly out or pop up, and you just got to put enough spin on it to make them hit the ball.
1-1. Gutierrez tests bag, toss to first. Another double play gets Kara Sweet and the Grizz out of an inning. Happened in the second. Deja vu in the third. The score remains Grizz 4, Vikings 1. Grizz look to add on after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Championships presented by Jam Bar on ESPN+.
Boise. That quaint, waiting to be discovered, best-kept secret city, right? Nah, not to brag. Who are we kidding? Totally bragging. There's more to see, do, and share here than cities twice its size. It's a walkable, talkable, eat, drink, and danceable, boastable, postable, shop till you droppable city. You don't just visit Boise, you live it. See for yourself. Visit Boise. Now.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Wow, $1 million.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Itchery.
Didn't touch it. I was just using it as a drink tray.
Sir, I'm obligated to inform you that I have a yellow belt in the art of karate.
Yellow. What's your signature move? The fist of mild discomfort?
Try again.
The flinching dragon.
That's not a fake.
The flying side-eye?
We're getting warmer.
Bottom of the third inning, Grizz looking to add on. Score 4-1. 1 run in the first. Solo shot by Grace Lopez. 3 runs in the second on 2 hits, 2 walks, and a wild pitch. It'll be 4-5-6 due up for the Grizz. In the bottom of the third, Kaylee Mejia leading things off. First pitch from Nakoa Chung. Grounded foul.
Mejia in her first at bat of the day flew out to Nicole Orozco in center field, more right center field-ish, but looking to get things going here to start the bottom of the third inning for the Grizz.
Portland State 4 for 11 hitting today. Montana 3 for 9. The difference, Montana's 2 out hitting. They're 2 for 4 with 2 outs.
2 out hitting is so crucial. It makes it so then you don't have to only do all your scoring with less than 2 outs. If you can get a 2-out base knock and score some runners, it's huge.
Off the point, 1 and 2. 1 hit with runners in scoring position happening last inning. 2 RBI single by Chloe Saxton. Portland State now 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position, doubled up in the second and the third. 1-2 pitch. Grounded left and foul. Mejia out of Whittier, California, St. Paul High School. Stands tall at 5'7".
She's going to be huge for this Grizzly team, I think, throughout her whole career, just a freshman.
If both these teams can retain these players, both very young teams.
Yes.
Only 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Portland State, and that includes the pitcher in the circle right now. Serena Koa Chung is a 2-way. Then only 1 overall on the team for Montana. So both these teams will be fully loaded come back next year. They'll be Idaho State and Northern Colorado will probably suffer the most.
With the departure. Yeah, the
Sacramento
department.
State has a handful, but they won't even be in the Big Sky next year.
Yep.
Next year is going to be if we thought this year, I don't think people thought this year would be as wide open as it really became.
I agree.
The season. I think a lot of people thought it would really have just been Sacramento State and Idaho State. Ground ball, Lutz throws over to first for out number 1. And Northern Colorado was really, everyone thought it was kind of a 3-team race, kind of turned into a real 6-team, everyone beating each other. But next year, I really think all 6 will be, well, I guess it'll be 7 with Utah Tech and Southern Utah.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting kind of to see how things shake out.
Yeah.
Who kind of rises to the top.
1 gone for JoJo Christians as Mejia grounds out to Lutz.
This is a good pitch right there by Nakoa Chung going in on the hands of Mejia.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine Montana will most likely be the preseason favorite. Idaho State won't be, I mean, they're losing a lot, but they have the underclassmen that really are being not getting playing time due to the seniors. So they're kind of more of a question mark going next year, but they'll retain a lot of their pitching too. Pitcher of the year, Marley Goluskin will return. Presumptive preseason pitcher of the year next year. Kara Sweet will definitely get some votes for that.
Absolutely.
Next year as well. That team.
Alexa Ortiz probably as well will get some at Sac State, just a junior.
Well, she won't be here.
Oh, duh. I keep thinking they're going to be here, but maybe she will.
Train us, Taylor. This is the last time they'll probably ever play.
Maybe they want to come back. Maybe they like hitting here.
Some foul away. I talked to Lori Perez about, are you going to schedule Big Sky teams? So yeah, they can come to Sacramento.
She's like, you come to us for sure.
So it'll be nice to have more teams to play non-conference with.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be kind of different because I feel like right now they have all of California to play non-conference games with.
Yeah.
And Big Sky.
There'll be a lot of
the state of California for softball next year. We'll have a California team. No California trips for all the recruits.
Yeah.
Utah Tech, Southern Utah will be 3 teams from Utah next year. Southern Utah has been in the Big Sky. They actually won the tournament in Pocatello 1 year. 0-2, JoJo Christians fouls it back.
They're coming back. They were here earlier this year as well.
Yeah, they played a 3-game series in Pocatello. Or they played Maine, too. They're in the Orange Black Classic.
Yeah, Orange Black Classic.
2nd annual.
They almost played a 3-game series against Idaho State.
They played Maine twice. They played twice or 3 times Maine?
I think it was twice. Idaho State played Maine 3 times.
Pitch, just misses. Yeah, I was about to say, did Maine play 6 games? I think it was just twice against Utah. 1-2 on JoJo Christians and Coach Chung looking for a punch out. Able to retire the leadoff batter, Mejia. The 1-2. Up, miss, trying to get JoJo Christians to chase once again. She holds off. It's 2-2.
Christian's putting together a really good at bat here. Fouled off some pitches and took a couple of those balls right there and gets herself into a 2-2 count after falling down quickly. 0-2.
The 2-2 pitch. This one sent to center. And it holds up for Nicole Roscoe. We're out number 2. So 2 gone. It'll be Bukowski's turn to bat.
So Nakoa Chung gets the best here of Christians, just gets her to fly out underneath, and Roscoe able to corral that ball for out number 2.
So Mackenzie Bukowski had a 4-pitch walk her last time at the plate. Came around and scored in the previous inning. Looking to get something going for the Grizz in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs. Nakoa Chung looking for her first scoreless frame of this morning. It's reaching the afternoon. 2 minutes till noon, Mountain Time.
She threw that ball so good she knocked off the glove of Abby Carsley.
I guess everyone will also be Mountain Time next year in the Big Sky besides Portland State.
Yeah. The lone Pacific.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Utah. I'm pretty sure St. George is in Mountain Time.
I think you are right.
Could be wrong. I know it's also one of those weird states where they're in 2 time zones. So we go to the above Riggins, Idaho, in the north, it becomes Pacific time, but becomes Pacific time and about 30 minutes west of Ontario, Oregon. I know all you guys are dying to know that. 1-1, call a strike.
Random fun fact.
Nakoa Chung a strike away from getting out of the inning scoreless.
They could have some trivia coming up, and they know that because of you.
Yeah, there's been mid-inning trivia every game.
Yeah.
The Big Sky.
See?
Was
you never know.
Stumped by the last one. I'm a Believer came out in 1960s. This one fouled away. Yeah, they're playing I'm a Believer. Is that what the song's even called?
Yeah, I'm a Believer.
Yeah, by the Monkees.
Yeah. Oh, it's by the Monkees?
Yeah.
Huh.
2 E's.
Oh, wow.
And I would assume, I mean, I grew up with Shrek, so I assumed that song must have came out around the same time as Shrek.
1966.
1966. Huh.
The more you know.
Yeah, I guess. 1-2, 2 outs. Coach Chung gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Hits her. Bukowski reaches first base on the hit by pitch. Extends the inning for Grayson Graviette.
Bukowski with the rare no elbow guard here. Just takes one right where the elbow guard would have been. Probably doesn't feel too good.
Yeah, she's holding over for. Oh, she let go. She's good. She's good. She put a little pressure on it.
She's gonna go. She's like.
She's ready.
She's like, all right, I'm ready to run, coach.
So Grayson Graviette with 2 outs. The freshman catcher had a bunt attempt for last time. Was caught by Jacoby Coombs over at first base. Time called by Nakoa Chung.
Also no elbow guard for Graviette.
Oh, we gotta get Evo Shield to sponsor that. Grizz.
They got the Rawlings ones, I think. The Rollins elbow guards.
What glove did you use?
What?
What glove did you use?
Glove?
Yeah.
At Davis, I used Rawlings, and then here it was Wilson.
Wilson.
I'm a big Rawlings fan, personally.
Yeah, I think I had Rollins, if I remember right.
I love a good Rawlings glove. The leather's just so nice and it lasts. Well, being a pitcher too, with how many times you catch a ball, not even just in a game, but practice and pregame and all that stuff, the leather lasts so much longer just because you're throwing the ball so many times.
I think I had a Rollins that lasted from, well, still the glove I use when if I ever need to use it, but I've had since like 8th grade.
Yeah, my godfather has a glove that his dad used, and this glove's like really old. He's got it relaced. Now his son uses it.
Oh, that's sweet.
A Rawlings glove,
cool.
Yeah. So this just goes to show you how long they can last for.
Right. 1-0, 2 outs. Graviette trying to extend the inning. With Bukowski standing on first via the hit by pitch. Fouls that one back.
Wilson gloves are nice too.
Wilson? Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Wilson glove.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Go to Walmart, get the Adidas EQT. 1-1, 2 gone. Here's the pitch from Nakoa Chung. Fouls that one back. I noticed like some Japanese baseball highlights are wearing like Under Armour gloves.
Yes.
I think those can't be.
Yes.
I mean, maybe I'm short.
Have you seen the Nike gloves too?
Yeah,
those
that's
are always so interesting.
I'd be interested to like actually see one
in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen one. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fouls into the glove for a strikeout. That'll retire the side. No damage done. First scoreless frame for the Vikings. They'll grab the bats down 3 in the top of the 4th. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. Home of MLB.TV. You can stream all out-of-market games live or on demand in one place. A ton of softball along with the MLB today on the ESPN app, including all 3 games of the Big Sky Tournament Day 2 here. Let's look around. Let's look at some scores that are on ESPN. It looks like Auburn beat Missouri earlier today.
Wow.
So that eliminates Missouri. They're 28 and 29.
Yep.
Auburn will need at least win 2 more games, which is near impossible.
Yeah, both
Kentucky
those
beat
teams.
Mississippi State.
Wow.
Ooh.
Going into today with Auburn and Missouri, both of them needing wins to get to 500, I believe. So to be eligible for the NCAA tournament.
That's the tournament already played 2 games today?
Yeah, it's single elimination. They started at like
Only, I guess it's Eastern time.
because they're in Kentucky. So, but yeah.
Oh no, that Kentucky score is false. It's top one. That's what I get for looking at D1softball.com. I think D1softball.com would have the right source of softball news. Called strike on Mia Martinez. Hit a home run her last time up. Now I gotta check out Missouri before I
just to double check
information.
I feel like that one would be pretty accurate. I was watching that game earlier today, but
1-1. This is upstairs for a ball. 2-1. Yeah, it is. 6-2. Auburn won.
Wow.
Charlie Butler with the win.
Yeah, SEC tournament starting today. I think the Big Ten tournament starts today. A lot of great softball all around the country.
3-1 now on Mia Martinez. Hitters count to a dangerous bat. The cleanup batter for the Vikings.
Who went deep in her last at bat?
Sweet. Deep left field last time. The pitch. Fouls that one back. Full count now.
Did your Cubs play yesterday?
Yeah, they won. It was a sweet game. They tied it up 3-3. Then the Reds took the lead in the 8th, 4-3. Cubs tied it, PCA triple.
Wow.
Strong. Sac fly by Nico for the second out of the inning, tied it up 4-4. And Michael Conforto off the bench. He played for the Giants for a little bit.
Yeah.
Came off the bench, pinch hit, opportunity. Home run, left field.
Let's go.
Great call by Buxiambi and
I love
Jim
a good pinch hit home run.
Yeah, it was cool. Full count, here's the pitch. This one sent in the center. Making the plays, Sherms for out number 1. So we retire the cleanup batter. And Mia Martinez for the first out. Kara Sweet trying to play one more day in the Big Sky Tournament. This is an elimination game. Mia Martinez flies out to center.
Good pitch right there by Kara Sweet, too, especially after falling behind 3-1. She just gets Martinez to get out in front and flies out to the Sherms in center field.
First pitch, Sarah Yamas outside for a ball. Yamas 1 for 1, singled her last time around.
A shot right back up the middle.
Winner of this game will play the winner of the next game between Northern Colorado and Weber State tomorrow. For a chance, the winner of that game will play the loser of Sacramento State and Idaho State, which is also going to be played today. So for a chance to play in the championship, one of these teams is going to have to win this game, then 2 games tomorrow to play on championship Thursday. Ground ball, Gutierrez tosses over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Kara Sweet in the circle.
Yeah, just gets Yamas here to hit it out a little bit and out in front, and then easy play over there at third base for Gutierrez. Out number 2.
I also learned that all the walk-up songs we play here are all their home walk-up songs.
Are they really? That's awesome. I love that. There's been some good ones.
Nakoa Chung, first pitch swinging, deep right field, and it's out of here. Sheree Nakoa Chung, the senior, leaves the ballpark. It's 4-2. Nakoa Chung's second home run of the season, brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Taylor, look at this one, opposite field, first pitch.
What a great swing of the bat by Nakoa Chung. Again, jumps on a first pitch, and that's what we've seen today when they've gone yard, is hit that first pitch, and it takes it to right field, an opposite home field home run for the senior. Gets her team back within another run.
So big 2-out hit. Extends the inning for the Vikings, brings the score to 4-2. Riley Gostad turn at the plate, singled her last time up. First pitch taken down for a ball.
Well, if you're Kara Sweet, the good news is the home runs that you have given up have been just solo shots.
Right.
So you're not having anybody on base when these hitters are getting those runs on, and that's why it stands at 2-4 right now. So just continuing to go back to work and just try to get him to hit the ball.
That'll even count 1-1. Deep breath for Gostad in the box. Kara Sweet allowing 2 runs in this ball game. Only allowed 1 run in her 10 innings earlier this year against Portland State. Strike away from getting out of the inning as Gostad fouls it off her back foot. So 1-2, 2 outs, 1 run home, 2-out home run by Sheree Nakoa Chung. Brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Oh, got to add that to my home run counter.
Oh yeah.
19, number 19.
Add it to the counter.
Cole, third strike. That'll retire the side. The Vikings inch closer. It's now 4-2. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Championships here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Brought to you by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. Due up for the Grizz. Score now, Vikings 2, Grizz 4. Sheree Chung helping herself out in the circle, hitting a home run in the top half of the inning. Looks to keep the score right where it's at. First pitch. Gutierrez pops it up. Grace Johnson wants it. She will get it for out number 1.
1 pitch, 1 out for Nakoa Chung.
Yeah, you'd love to see that if you're a pitcher in the circle.
Absolutely. I like that Gutierrez is aggressive here, but just gets underneath, and Grace Johnson calling everybody off. She said, don't worry, guys, I'll take care of it, and secures out number 1.
So 1 gone, brings to the plate Jessica Cherms, the freshman, singled her last time at the plate. First pitch. This is inside for a ball. Cherms trying to turn the lineup over. The last time for Grace Lopez. And came around and scored on an RBI single by Chloe Saxton. 1-0, 1 out. Pitch from Nakoa Chung. They get 2-0. One gone in the inning. Nakoa Chung gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Is that called strike?
I believe so.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
2-1.
I think she went with that backdoor curveball there.
Yeah, I didn't see it signal.
Went with the backdoor curve, and so it's going to start at Cherms as a righty hitter and then just clip over that inside part of the plate.
This one's going to find some green grass in right center for a single. Jessica Cherms, 2 for 2 on the day.
And that will turn the lineup over.
We'll turn the lineup over for Grace Lopez, who's 1 for 1. Home run her first at bat, walked her second time. That's a great piece of hitting here by Cherms. Finds the right center.
Yeah, you can see Grace Johnson was pinched more towards that 3-4 hole there, and Cherms just able, because she hit it in that 3-4 hole actually her last at bat, and just went up the middle this time. Nice piece of hitting by the center fielder.
First pitch to Grace Lopez, taken inside and down for a ball. Time called by head coach Meta McWhorter. Let's go talk to her senior pitcher in the circle. Cherms on the season is 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts.
So probably not running in this situation.
I wouldn't imagine. Grace Lopez is 11 for 13. She had to play 10, or now 11 for 14 with Anna Conkle. She's now 1 stolen base away from tying the program record set at 39 by Gabby Martinez.
That'd be pretty cool if she could do that during this season.
Yeah.
Tie it.
If not, she'll just do it in the first game
of next season.
Yeah. I don't think the issue is her being able to do it. I think the issue is, will she always have runners in front of her on?
Yep. Especially if she continues to bat in that
really
hole.
the last stolen base she got in this game is the first time she's really been on base without anyone in front of her. Grace Lopez fouls that one away. Anacostia led off quite a few games last year, but the emergence of Grace Lopez also being a similar archetype. It's been able to put Anacostia more of an RBI position in the 3-hole.
Yeah.
Grace Lopez is a great leadoff bat, helping this Montana turnaround here in year 2 of the Steph Ewing era. Both Grace Lopez, second baseman, and Anacostia, the freshman shortstop, came in, or sophomore shortstop, came in the same season. Cherms breaks and stops and goes back to first. 2-1 now on Grace Lopez. But yeah, last year, I mean, Steph Ewing might not have recruited them, but Bukowski, Christians, Lopez, and Conca were all freshmen on last year's team, all in the starting lineup today. All 4 of those players are all Big Sky honorees.
Yeah, there you go.
So maybe thank the previous coaching staff, but at the same time, Anacostia, Montana native, I think she was going to Montana regardless of who was going to be the coach. Obviously, probably convinced JoJo, Bukowski, and Lopez to all remain. She did go around, will be called strike, or home plate umpire Matt Jenks calls it a strike. She went around, so 2-2, 1 out. Back pick unsuccessful on Cherms.
Well, I think what's been cool too is, like you said, Steph Ewing didn't necessarily recruit these players to come to Montana, but in their second year now, she's really been able to help them develop, develop and grow as players. Both
the entire coach, Mark Kendrick and McKenna Strong. That one misses. Full count now.
Strong herself, a player on the team last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Mark Kendrick has been a great hitting coach for this team. He's a third base coach also for Montana State. He's been a great addition to this Montana program along with Steph Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his first year with the program. That'll be a walk. So runners on first and second. Grace Lopez. It's perfect at the plate, 1 for 1 now with 2 walks. Now Chloe Saxton, the senior, had a 2 RBI single her last time around. Looks to add on to her day at the plate. 1 for 2. 1 gone, 2 runners on. Ground ball, Lutz throws over to first. It's going to get behind Coombs. 1 run will score. They're going to hold the runner at third. Now she's going to break the plate. Grace Lopez is going to score. So at E5 by Brianna Lutz. Scores 2 Grizz. Well, actually, I think it's going to be a double error play.
I think so, too.
You'll see the first error here.
The throwing error.
Lutz looks over to second base, then fires over to first. Then Coombs, well, let's see, actually, I don't know. I think it was Coombs that retrieved it.
Yep.
Fires over to second. Fielded by Grace Johnson off her glove, allowing Grace Lopez to score. So I believe it'll be an E5 and an E3.
I think you're right, but sometimes you just put the ball in play and things happen, and Montana able to capitalize on it here and get another 2 runs added to their lead.
So it's now 6-2. And Anna Cockhill is at the plate. Back to a 4-run advantage for the Grizz. Big moment in this game. First pitch. Called strike. Cockhill 1 for 2. Ground out and a walk.
It's still just 1 out on the board for Montana, so.
Ground out a single. Or excuse me, 0 for 1, a walk. Pop up, Grace Johnson makes a catch, retires Cockhill. There's 2 gone in the inning.
Really good response right there from Nakoa Chung in the circle. Arguably one of the hottest hitters in the Montana lineup. Just gets her to get underneath that ball right there out in front. And Grace Johnson will secure it for out number 2.
Ripped into center, it's gonna get down. Here comes Saxton, and she is out. And that will retire the side. A great throw by Nicola Roscoe. The great tag by Abby Carsons. Look at this one again. Base hit by Mejia on 1 hop. Orozco sets and fires to home plate. Carsley retrieves and tags out Saxton for out number 3, but not before. Grizzlies score 2. You're watching Big Sky Softball presented by Jam Bar here in Pocatello, Idaho on ESPN+.
As the sun rises over the Rocky Mountains on a new era, we stand on a foundation etched in stone. Built on the backs of legends, All-Americans, and national champions, we've made our mark not only in the West, but across the nation and the globe. Through perseverance and commitment to a world-class student-athlete experience, we've set ourselves apart from our peers as an untraveled road lies ahead. We are the Big Sky Conference, where experience is elevated.
Change. It doesn't come from just anywhere. Change comes from believing in something
and having the courage to question everything. It comes from a university born of it, and a city who fights for it. Change comes from within, and it's here for everyone.
Top 5 here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Top of the 5th inning. The score now, Vikings 2, Grizz 6. Nicole Roscoe leads things off. First pitch, ball. Cara Sweet out for her 5th inning of work, has a 4-run lead to work with. Her 3rd consecutive start in the Big Sky tournament. Started game 1 of the tournament, started game 3, now starting game 5. For a chance to potentially, well, most likely, would start tomorrow in a game 8 of the tournament. If they win that, maybe he'll pitch in game 9 as well.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
And then he can play in game 10 the next day. Beautiful pitch. Roscoe out in front. It's a 1-2 count. Roscoe 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play her last time. 4-6-3 variety. The 1-2. Pop fly into foul territory. Making the catch is Gutierrez for out number 1.
Good job right there by Cara Sweet after changing speeds on Orozco. Just jams her up and gets her to pop out to Gutierrez over at third base in foul territory for out number 1.
So Gracie Tony at the plate. With 1 gone. Tony reached on a walk her last time around to start the 3rd inning. Stranded on the base paths. Montana been playing excellent defense today.
2 double plays. Yeah, 2 double plays.
Portland State ending the last inning with a beautiful throw from center field by Orozco, tagging out Saxton at home plate. There's a called strike.
I think that's definitely...
Actually do that against Idaho State. Who was the team that had the center fielder just hose Chloe McGreevy at home? I'm pretty sure it was Portland State.
I think it was Portland State.
I think it was Orozco.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's probably one of the best throws that we've seen from an outfield assist this year.
We've only seen like 3, 1 ISU, 1 by, I believe, Portland State already, and then that's my 3rd I've seen this season.
It was a beauty. Yeah, it was a beauty.
For a while this year, I was like, will I ever see one?
I know. A good old play at the plate.
1-2 on Gracie Tony. Pitch from Sweet. Fouls back. We'll do it again.
Well, on the other hand of that, too, really nice tag by Abby Carsley behind the plate to get Saxton. And she kind of went in, tried to do that little, like, hook slide thing, but she just held the ground, put a nice tag on, secured the 3rd out of the inning.
1-2 pitch. Fouls it into the glove of Graviette for a strikeout. There's quickly 2 gone here in the 5th.
3rd strikeout of the day from Cara Sweet comes via the swing of Gracie Tony, just continuing to pound that outside corner to record out number 2.
2 gone for Grace Johnson.
I think the Montana defense is going to shift over a little bit.
Shift. Infield completely in. Besides Grace Lopez playing low back.
Nobody in right field.
2 left fielders. Or excuse me, there's 5 infielders.
They did bring
I was
somebody
wondering,
in.
like, something was off. Sorry, so we have Gutierrez at 3rd, Kako playing pretty much normal, almost normal 3rd base.
So did they bring in Bukowski?
Who's 12? Is that
Bukowski? Christians
so
from left field.
Christians comes in from left. This one's going to be dropped into center regardless. Grace Lopez beats the shift. It's a single with 2 gone.
I was going to say, ball hit to the right side, and she's going to be using her speed to run, but here just gets around it enough to beat the shift, like you said, Logan, and drop it right in front of Bukowski, who was playing center field, originally the right fielder, but had shifted over, and 2 out base hit for the senior.
The first 5-person infield of the tournament.
Yeah. I've only seen that a couple times in games throughout this year. I'm sure more teams do it than I think they do, but...
Yeah, I'm sure Grace Johnson's seen that one.
Yeah.
1-0 on Brianna Lutz. Lutz, 1 for 2. Ground down and a single. The 1-0. There's a called strike.
Yeah, her last at bat, similar to what we saw from Yamas in the second inning. She just barreled the ball straight up right into center field, dropped it in front of Jessica Cherms to record her first hit of the day. Looking to continue the inning here and pass the bat to Abby Carsley, who stands on deck.
2-1. Boots could cut the lead in half. One swing of the bat. Grace Johnson with a lot of speed over there. At first, you'd like to think she be on the move at some point. Hit and run last time we had to play with Johnson at first. The 2-1. 3-1. Get a competitive pitch here on 3-1.
Yeah, big time hitters count right here for Brianna Lutz.
The pitch from Sweet. It's a walk. That'll extend the inning. Getting the tying run on deck. First, it'll be Abby Carsley. Time called by Graviette. She wants to talk to her infield.
I think this is just to get out there, get a reset, and realize you got 2 outs on the board. Just got to continue to make good pitches and try to get out of the inning unscathed.
So 2 on, 2 outs. Carsley in her first year wearing the Viking uniform. University of Kansas transfer from McMinnville, Oregon. Trying to strike here.
Both of her at-bats today, she's hit the ball over to third base where we see Gutierrez playing, so looking to make an adjustment here and drive a ball hard somewhere.
Here we go, 2 outs, 2 on. Sweet's been able to make big pitches in these moments all game. Can she make another one here? Called strike. Portland State is 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Looking to get their first hit here. 2 solo home runs, the only runs on the board for the Vikings. 0-1. Set into right field. Bukowski makes the catch. And Kara Sweet survives another inning. No damage done. The score remains Montana 6, Portland State 2. Montana will look to add on to their lead in the bottom half of the 5th. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Conference Softball Tournament on ESPN Plus, presented by Jambar. Score 6-2. JoJo Christians leads things off for the Grizz. Fouls on back.
Grizzlies looking to continue to add to their lead here, especially as the game is dwindling down. Portland State will have just 6 final outs to work with. So looking to, again, pad the lead here.
No doubt about it. Home run, JoJo Christians. The 8th home run of the tournament, hit by a Montana Grizz, sponsored by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Look at this one again.
Oh, man, what a swing of the bat by JoJo Christians. Like you said, Logan, a no-doubter off the bat. You can just feel when they put these big swings on that those balls are going to leave the ballpark. And again, like you said, 8th home run of the tournament so far for Montana, and they do add to their lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
20th home run overall in the Big Sky tournament. We're only halfway through.
I know.
Not even halfway through, actually.
We're just going to keep on adding to the total. I wonder how many, I guess we've only hosted this tournament a handful of times, but I wonder how many have been hitting a tournament here.
I'd like to know just the most of any tournament. We have to be approaching the record already.
We have to, right?
I know there were a lot in 2024, but I don't remember being this many.
Might have to do some research on that.
I'm going to talk to the Big Sky officials after this. Or if John Madge is bored upstairs, which I'm sure he's not. The 1-1. Upstairs for a ball. That'd be a good Craig Lawson, Boise State's SID. He would know. That's the type of thing he would research.
I feel like it's fun to know.
If he is happening to be listening,
we would appreciate
please
it.
Text me. 2-1 to Mackenzie Bukowski. Here's the pitch. Just misses. Hitters count now to Bukowski, who has not recorded a true at bat. 2 plate appearances, a walk and a hit by pitch. I believe still looking for her first hit of the tournament.
I think you're correct.
Got on base plenty of times via the walk.
Yeah, you were mentioning at the beginning of the broadcast how good she is at the plate with walks and the good eye she has there.
Yeah, she's a true 3 outcome hitter. Either extra base hit, walkout, or strikeout. It's really her 3 big
It's the way she rolls.
Yeah. Fouls back.
Well, I guess if you're getting on base more than you're striking out, you know, that's, it works out.
Batting 306, 16 extra base hits, 19 walks, and 52 strikeouts coming into this game. Add 1 more walk and another hit by pitch, just increasing her on-base percentage. So full count to Mackenzie Bukowski. Here's the pitch from Nakoa Chung. Foul back. No outs in the inning. 1 run scored via the home run by JoJo Christians. Her 7th of the season, presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Here's the full count pitch from Nakoa Chung. Ground ball beyond the glove of Lutz. Bukowski holds up at first. The Grizz remain in business here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll go down, and it looks like as a hit.
Yeah, hit the ball hard, and good things happen. And Lutz, who's been so good over there at third base for Portland State, just able to hit it right by her in Bukowski and get herself into a single, as I think we're going to get a pinch hitter here.
Oh, he's got a jam bar delivered.
Let's go.
Chocolate cha-cha, Taylor.
Let's go.
But we have more important things. We have pinch hitter, that being Haley Bohr. Haley Bohr, a sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Batting .227 on the year, 5 for 22. 1 extra base hit being a double, and also has 1 RBI. Gets a chance here. First at bat in the Big Sky tournament of her career. It's first pitch ball. Well, I guess of this season, I should say.
As I say, really good opportunity for her right here, especially with no outs, just to come in and kind of get some looks, get some swings in, and see what she can do.
Bohr's 37th game she's appeared in. She's had 5 starts. The 1-0. Swings through that one and misses. He's count 1-1. Traditionally plays in the outfield. Stands at 5-3.
What I like about this move right here by Steph Ewing is throughout the tournament, sometimes you don't know who you're going to need to call on, and getting Bohr in here to get a look at Nakoa Chung is, I think, huge, especially because, like I said, you never know who you're going to need to call on, and getting those in-game reps is just so different.
1-1, fouled away. You excited to split this jam bar?
I'm so excited. Chocolate cha-cha.
Yeah, chocolate cha-cha.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Give us some energy for our next game after this one.
Provide us wholesome nutrition.
Let's go. Organic, artisan energy bar.
Called strike 3. Dakota Chung gets Bohr looking for the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Dakota Chung here going to that backdoor curveball to record her third strikeout of the ball game. Just pounds the inner corner right there and catches Bohr looking as she sends her back to the dugout for out number 1.
Brianna Gutierrez at the plate with 1 gone, 1 runner on. Former Bukowski, who singled into left field. First pitch, pop up. Shortstop or center field wants it. Orozco catches it for out number 2. 2 gone now. After allowing a home run and the single to start things off in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate. Jessica Cherms is 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch swinging right here by Brianna Gutierrez. Right to Orozco on the IS block logo for the second out. 2 gone, 1 runner on for Cherms. First pitch ball. Where's jam bar made, you think? Oh, San Rafael, California.
I was going to say California, but that's only because you told me about California and them yesterday, so.
Yeah, spoiled it for you.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't know the city, so.
1-0. Foul back.
When I go back home to California, I'm going to go and I'll send you some.
Yeah, you're going to go to the factory for me?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the factory and I'll send you some.
Yeah, we're right by their competitor. Cliff Bar is made right by us.
Oh.
We're Jam Bar. We support Jam Bar.
We support Jam Bar.
My favorite artisan energy bar. 1-1 to Jessica Cherms. Koski on first. Here's the pitch from Dakota Chung. Off the plate for a ball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High fly ball. It's going to come right by our tent.
I really want one to bounce off the top of our tent. I just feel like that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be something. Yeah, it banged something hard.
I think it hit the bleachers. Hopefully it didn't hit anybody.
To look out my trusty window. I can't really see anything from this window. 2-2, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Grizz sends their lead to 5-2. The pitch. Fouled away. Late swing by Cherms stays alive. On deck, the top of the order, and Grace Lopez yet to be retired. But neither has Jessica Cherms. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles.
Well, if they can get Jessica Cherms to get on base and then bring Grace Lopez up, 1 swing of the bat, and this is a much different looking ball game.
Montana's 3 for 6 with 2 outs in this game. 2 for 7 runners scoring position. Now in that situation here with Bukowski standing on first. The 2-2. High in the air. Orozco calls for it. Makes the catch. 1 run scored via the solo home run by JoJo Christians. Brings the lead to 5 for the Grizz. Portland State 2, Montana 7. We'll head to the top of the 6th after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
After 5 innings, the score is Montana 7.
6 outs. Mia Martinez to lead things off. First pitch. Kara Sweet and her assistant to work, throw the first pitch ball to Mia Martinez. Martinez went deep her first at-bat, flew out center field her second time around in the 4th inning.
Yeah, her home run in the 2nd inning was a no-doubter out to left field.
There's a called strike. It's count 1-1. We can't confirm the chocolate cha-cha?
Yeah, chocolate cha-cha.
Yeah, chocolate cha-cha. Very good.
Delicious.
Jam bar.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's pretty good. I like it.
What's the other one you were talking about yesterday that was like the tropical one?
Oh, Tropical Trio?
Yeah, I feel
Musically Mango.
Oh, I feel like those would both be good.
I don't know if Tropical Trio is its own bar or if it was like a pack of three different tropical flavors.
I feel like tropical flavors of this would be good.
Well, no other softball broadcast is talking about jam bar.
Jam bars, just us.
Actually, maybe no other sporting. We might have officially crossed the threshold of
jam bar advocates.
Yeah. If you guys aren't buying jam bars after this tournament.
For real.
Is that foul? It is. It looked. I wonder if we get a replay of that. It looked
close.
Very close. We're on the 3rd baseline. Mia Martinez trying to start things off for the Vikings. Let's look at this one again.
You can see Gutierrez is off the line. Ooh,
really close.
That was really close. You can see Gutierrez was playing off the line a little bit there.
Not much argument from Wilkerson down there at 3rd base. 1-2, here's the pitch. Fouls this one off. Mia Martinez stays alive.
She probably had the best view of anybody down there besides the 3rd base umpire.
We've been talking about the big 3 shortstops. Annie Cockill, Cameron McDonald for Idaho State, and then Maddie Mendoza for Sac State. There's going to be another one next year that we're going to be talking about quite a bit, and that's Mia Martinez. As
Absolutely.
She sends this one back. And Terms makes the catch for out number 1. But Mia Martinez, 708 OPS this year in her freshman campaign. But she has 6 home runs, which leads the Portland State team. I'm sure she'll be back next year with a vengeance.
Absolutely. Good job right here by Kara Sweet just to get Martinez underneath it as she flies out to Cherms and center field to record out number 1. But I am with you, Logan. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of success from her these next couple of years as she's a Viking.
That shortstop race next year.
Oh, man.
It may as well be the player of the year. And Cockill, Cameron McDonald will both be, Cockill Jr., McDonald will be a senior. And Mendoza, unfortunately, will be in the Big West next year. We'll know. And Solis, see if she develops more. Mia Martinez, Portland State.
I think Maddie Mendoza could do a good job over in the Big West at shortstop. I know they do Defensive Player of the Year award, and she's already won it once at UTEP. So probably a good opportunity for her to do something out there as well.
2-0. This is up for ball. Yeah, a lot of conferences do for all freshman teams. She would have been the all freshman shortstop.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So 3-0 to Sierra Yamas, another freshman on this Portland State team, finding some early success in her career, batting .267 on the year. 3-0 pitch. Called strike. Well, Portland State would have had Yamas and Martinez, probably made the all freshman team.
I think so too.
If it did exist. Montana might have had out every other spot, though.
Yeah, pretty close to it.
3-1. Bounce away. I just say would have had Kira Day.
I was going to say, I think Kira Day would have had something out there, but.
Well, I mean, Kayla Mejia would have made it at first base for Montana, freshman of the year. Brianna Gutierrez over at 3rd would have had a good shot. And Jessica Terms would have been a walk in the outfield. Full count, here's the pitch. This one. This is the shallow outfield. Grace Lopez makes the catch. 2 gone. Portland State down to their final 4 outs.
I've been really impressed with Kara Sweet in the circle and just how much she's been able to battle back as she went down 3-0 there to Yamas and eventually gets it back to full, and finally on the 6th pitch of the at-bat gets her to fly out to Grace Lopez. But there's just no give up in this pitcher in the circle. She just is such a fighter out there.
Sheree Nakoa Chung, what could be her last at-bat of her collegiate career, steps in the box. Swings first pitch, slow roller. Gutierrez tosses to first, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 for Kara Sweet and the Grizz. They'll grab the bats in the bottom of the 6th, up 5. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by our friends at Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Late stages of this game. Portland State, new left fielder. That being, where'd my name go? Jolie Benson, senior outfielder, getting the defensive inning, what could be her final career game, unless the Vikings are able to score 5 runs in the top half of the 7th. First pitch, pop out to the senior Grace Johnson. So they retired Grace Lopez for the first time today. There's 1 out in the inning for Chloe Saxton.
Nice pitch right there by Nakoa Chung. Just gets Grace Lopez underneath it, and originally you saw Coombs over there at first base going back on it, but Grace Johnson taking control for out number 1.
First pitch to Saxton. 1 for 3. Did reach on the air. Thrown out at home plate. A single by, is it Mejia? Yeah. Nakoa Chung potentially pitching her final inning. What is one of the most decorated careers in Portland State softball history. Had a storybook start to the season at home. The no-hitter.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
The first home game at their brand new stadium, formerly known as Ron Tonkin Field. They share it with the new AUSL franchise, the Portland Cascade. Sure, it'll be retrofitted more for softball next season as the Cascade open their first season in Portland this summer.
I was going to say that stadium's going to get nice, I think.
1-1 misses upstairs. AUSL draft yesterday. Very proud about, I'm a Portland Cascade fan.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all the people they got. Kenzie Brown in the 3rd round.
Oh, she's huge.
Guy.
She's huge.
Get Megan Grant. Tinsley, I believe.
I think Tinsley went to Utah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right, Utah. 2-1. There's a called strike. Oh, Sydney Stewart. That's what I said. The fact that Sydney Stewart fell all the way that far is unbelievable. I thought
hey, you got your good hitting catcher, though.
Yeah, I wanted the catcher. I wanted either Atwood or Stewart.
Yep.
And we got them plus Megan Grant and Kenzie Brown. There's one other Florida.
Kenny Cahalan.
Yes.
Yep. Shortstop.
2-2. Fouls back.
She's also a really good guy.
Yeah, those are some great pickups. 4 picks, all 4 solid selections.
I'm really excited to see Kenzie Brown compete at the next level, especially with how good she's been.
She doesn't get talked about a lot with current senior pitchers. It's really all about Pickens and Kennedy and Fromm. 2-2. Stopped by Nakoa Chung, tosses over to Coombs at first for out number 2. I guess Maya Johnson gets quite a bit of love.
Yeah.
Next year will be a great class as well pitching. You'll have Tegan Kavan as Midwick Warder wants to talk to her pitcher. Looks like
I think she's going to give her a curtain call.
Unbelievable career for Sheree Nakoa Chung. 4 years of emotions as she was walking off the field. An unbelievable career. Had a home run in her final collegiate game. It's not over yet. Her offense will still have a chance to come back top of the 7th.
But they're going to bring in Gracie Walters, the redshirt senior pitcher as well.
So the redshirt senior Gracie Walters will be in the circle after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Tournament presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+.
Number 7, Gracie Walters.
The Idaho native from Nampa, Idaho, one of the first graduates of Ridgeview High School, relatively new high school entry. I believe they're around 10 years old now. Played JUCO at College of Southern Idaho over in Twin Falls. On the season, Walters 4.45 ERA, 77 innings pitched. It's her 21st appearance. Redshirt senior getting a chance to pitch in what could be her last collegiate game unless her offense is able to score 5 runs in the top half of the 7th.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Logan, Gracie Walters, the redshirt senior right-hander, going to throw a curve screw combo with the rise, and you see there that pitch just barely missing on the inner half, but it's that screwball that really separates her and defines her as a pitcher, as the 35% chase rate.
2-0. There's a called strike. 2-1 now on Anna Cockhill. He was 1 stolen base away from tying the school career record in stolen bases, held by Gabby Martinez at 39. Cockhill currently at 38 at her 38th stolen base earlier in this ball game. 2-1 count on her. Here's the pitch. 3-1.
Tried to go with the off-speed pitch there. The changeup just missed a little bit downstairs. 3-1 count for Anna Cockhill.
3-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. One sent to right field. Anna Cockhill, her first hit of the ball game. Continues her hot stretch of the plate in the Big Sky tournament. She'll stand on first with 2 gone for Kaylee Mejia. We'll see if Cockhill attempts to steal here.
Yeah, nice little piece of hitting right there by Anna Cockhill with her first hit of the day. Did walk at the first inning, but here just takes the ball in the outer half and just hits it right back up the middle. Get herself over to first base to continue the inning here for Mejia.
First pitch ball to Mejia. It's here to get out in front of that one. The count's now even 1-1. 1 runner on, 2 outs. Grizz hold a 5-run advantage.
Walters there going back to that changeup, and the one she threw to Anna Cockhill was too low, but that one just perfectly executed by the right-hander.
4-1. 2-1. 4-seed Montana trying to become the first ever 4-seed to win the Big Sky tournament. Portland State, likewise, could be the first ever 6 seed to win the Big Sky tournament. They were the first 5 seed to do it. 2-1. Line foul. What were they a couple years ago when were they the 4 seed? Or the 5
I think they were the 4 seed.
They got close. They were
I think they were the 4 seed.
Yeah, they were getting away from the title. They fell into Colorado. That was also a weird year seeding-wise because every team played a different amount of games, and it went all by win percentage. Certain teams didn't even play each other in the regular season.
Yep.
Winter was a lot worse that year. The 2-2. Misses for a ball. Full count, 2 outs. Cockle will be on the move on the pitch.
I think if you're Gracie Walters here, I think you got to go back to that changeup. She just executed it so beautifully, and I think if she could do it again here, she's going to be able to get Mejia.
Full count, 2 outs, 1 runner on the pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Full count, 2 outs. Walters coming in relief with Sheree Nakoa-Chung. The redshirt senior gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Hit down the line, fair ball. Cockle rounds third. They're gonna hold her there. It's gonna be a stand-up double for Kaylee Mejia.
Kaylee Mejia not missing an opportunity, just gets a pitch over the heart of the plate. And you knew Gracie Walters had to come in with the 3-2 count and just drives the ball down the left field line, able to get herself and Anna Cockhill into scoring position.
So 2 runners on for JoJo Christians, who went deep her last time around. So we'll have a pinch runner, number 8, going in for Mejia, that being Casey Kiblin. JoJo Christians, one swing of the bat here, could walk it off.
Yeah, I was going to say, one swing of the bat in this game is they don't even, Kara Sweet doesn't even need to go back out there.
We've seen 2 walk-off run rule victories, both via the home run. Sacramento State did it, as well as Idaho State against Montana. Montana would like to do the same thing here, just this time on their side. Walters versus Christians. Here we go, first pitch. Swings through it in the dirt. It's 0-1. You know Christians wants to do that right now.
Absolutely. Well, especially because she went deep in her last at bat as well. I'm sure she'd love to do it again.
0-1. 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch. Weak pop up. Will it stay fair? No. Montana now 5 for 9 with 2 outs in this ball game.
Really good response right here by Gracie Walters, just after giving up the single and then the double, just going right at Christians here and quickly gets her 0-2.
Montana 4 for 15 with runners on base. 9 for 26 overall in this game. The 0-2 pitch. Misses. Now 1-2. Standing on second, the pinch runner, Casey Kiblin, over at third base. Anakako, who's singled. Advanced on the double by Mejia. JoJo Christians at the plate. Walters gets the sign from her watch. Steps on the rubber, fires. Floated into center field. It's going to get down. 2 runs are going to score. They'll get past second baseman, so now Christian's going to advance to second on the throwing error. So a 2 RBI single for JoJo Christians brings the score to 9-2. She represents a winning run as she advances to second base on the throwing error.
Not a bad pitch right here by Gracie Walters, but Christian's just able to get enough just to dump it in to left field, and the run's easily able to score, and she advances over, like you said, on that throwing error, as I think we're going to get a pinch runner for her as well. 34.
That is Danielle Beal. Stands at second. She represents a winning run. Bukowski at the plate. A base hit to the outfield could end this one early here in the 6th inning. 9 runs on 10 hits, no errors for Montana. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Vikings. Vikings did not play very clean softball at all yesterday against Sacramento State. Not very clean today either, despite Nicole Roscoe making a beautiful throw.
A beautiful throw.
Get Saxon out at home plate, which is even more crucial now, as that would have, she scored that last hit, would have ended it. That went upstairs. 2-0 on Bukowski. Bukowski is one for one, right? Yeah, 1 for 1 walked and
1 for 1 walk, hit by pitch. Yeah, she just barreled the ball up right down the third baseline and able to hit it past Brianna Lutz to record her first hit of the day.
Called strike. Walters trying to give her offense a chance to prolong her college career. Bukowski and Grizz have other plans. They want to end this one early. The 2-1.
Ooh, nice pitch right there.
3-1. Dangerous count to Mackenzie Bukowski. Had her first hit of the tournament, her last at bat. One more here will most likely end it. Walters gets her sign. Here we go. Fouled away. Full count now. On deck is Grayson Graviette. This pinch hit for her last time.
I'm sure Montana would love to end things early here and not have Kira Sweet go out for another inning.
Full count, 2 outs. Beal stands at second. Here's the pitch. It's a walk. Kowski's third free pass of the day puts her at first base. And it's first and second, 2 outs. That'll be it for Gracie Walters. Unable to record now here in the 6th inning after Dakota Chung was able to get the first 2 batters retired. This will most likely be the end of Gracie Walters' collegiate career. Comes to a close as number 4,
Giselle Pantoja.
Giselle Pantoja will enter the ball game after the break. See if Montana can end it early. Pantoja will have other plans. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. On the season, has a 7.79 ERA. It's her second appearance of the Big Sky tournament, pitched yesterday against Sac State. 53 innings on the season, 52 walks to 30 strikeouts. So here we go. Runners on first, second. Beal representing the winning run rule runner.
Great opportunity for Graviette right here.
Graviette could come through big. 2 gone. First pitch. Graviette swings through it.
Nice off-speed pitch right there from Pantoja. That's her best pitch, is when she's able to locate that off-speed. Also likes to throw a curve and a screw, has a drop ball as well, but like I said, it's the off-speed that really helps her see success.
0-1. Evens count 1-1. Graviette's able to reach. It'll be Brianna Gutierrez on deck. Two and one. Portland State looking for one more out so they can get at least 3 more batters to the plate, play a full 7 innings. Montana run away from ending things early. The 2-1 pitch. They get 2-2.
Their off-speed pitch right there by Giselle Pantoja, and again, that's the pitch that I think just makes her so will help her see success as she sets it up, and then you could throw something hard in on the hands of Graviette or go back to that off-speed as well.
2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pantoja gets her sign and fires. Full count. Runner will be on the move now on the next pitch. Any hit to the outfield will end it.
Big time pitch coming up right here.
Big spot. Full count. Here we go. Swing and a miss. We'll play a 7th inning. Pantoja faces 1 batter, strikes her out. The Vikings down to their final 3 outs, down 7. They'll need to rally big time if they want to continue their run in the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships here in Pocatello, Idaho, presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus.
I wonder.
Idaho as Portland State's down to their final 3 outs in the Big Sky tournament. Jolie Benson has other plans. The senior pinch hitting after playing left field the previous inning. The Gilbert, Arizona native, Gilbert High School graduate, attended BYU and Arizona State before this, takes a first pitch off the plate. It'll be Benson. Then after Benson, it will be Orozco and Gracie Toney due up here in the 7th. Kara Sweet looking for a complete game winner in her 3rd consecutive start for the Grizz. It's 2-0 on Benson.
And I think in this situation, if you're Portland State, obviously you're down by 7 runs. So really it's just going to be a matter of stringing hits together, passing the bat, trying to turn the lineup over here as we have 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate, like you said, Logan, but really just trying to pass the bat.
There's a called strike. It's now 2-1. Jolie Benson on the year, batting .253. Started 36 games, 24 for 95, 2 doubles, 9 RBIs. 2-1, send to right field. Bukowski under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Another pinch hitter. It'll be number 23, Samaya Wright, the sophomore from San Diego, California. As Jolie Benson, what could be your final collegiate at bat, pops out to Bukowski for the first out.
Samaya Wright here going to try to bring some life to this Portland State offense. Is again trying to pass the bat, turn the lineup over, but great job by Kara Sweet getting back in that count after falling down 2-0. Able to get Benson out in front for the fly out to right field.
Sophia Piatto looks to be on deck after Samaya Wright's at bat. Samaya Wright on the season is just 1 for 14, batting .071. It has walked 3 times. So we started 1 game this year. This will be her 17th game she's appeared in. First pitch. Swinging. Deep left field. Gone! Samaya Wright! Second hit of the year. Leaves the ballpark. It's now 9-3. That home run brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Taylor, what a hit.
Just jumps on the first pitch, as we've seen so many times throughout this tournament. And Samaya Wright, and the pinch hitter, does not miss her opportunity. Puts a little life into this dugout for Portland State. As you can see, she's fired up about that swing.
Samaya Wright's first career home run comes in the Big Sky tournament.
Somebody get that ball. Bring it back.
Took her 1 pitch for her second hit. Her 4th career hit in her 2nd season. Leaves the ballpark and provides momentum for Portland State. Sophia Piatto pinch hitting. Takes the first pitch strike. Piatto started yesterday for Portland State at first base.
When she has the ability to leave the yard too, as we saw in their series when they came to play Idaho State.
Fouled away. 0-2 on Piatto. That is a 21st home run.
Let's go.
The tournament presented by Northern Quest Resorts and Casinos.
It is a great swing of the bat by Samaya Wright. Holy moly.
0-2. This one stopped by Lopez. Toss to first. Is it in time? It is. What a play. Grace Lopez for out number 2.
Talk about stepping up when the ball's hit to you. Grace Lopez not only doing it in the box today for Montana, but gets the diving play over here. Gets up to her, well, her knees, I guess, to throw, and then able to get Piatto by a step for out number 2.
Then McWhorter wants the umpires to talk about it. And it's a challenge.
We haven't seen very many of this tournament at all. Might as well.
May as well have 2 challenges. We will head to an official review. Beautiful day here in Pocatello, Idaho. Beautiful play by Grace Lopez. The only question is, did Piatto beat the ball into the bag? First base umpire Cameron Bajornstad gets to sit and wait.
Yeah, look at that
replay.
Last play right there.
Ooh, it's really close.
It's really close.
A little closer than I originally expected.
Yeah.
Umpires have different cameras they're looking at than we do. As you look at the Weber State team, they'll be playing the next game, taking on the Northern Colorado Bears in an elimination matchup. I don't want to assume who's starting, but I assume the one walking on the screen will be the one.
I agree. Callie McCraw.
The senior.
The workhorse.
NCAA tournament last year with his Weber State team, the defending tournament champions. See Kirk posing for the camera.
I think we're gonna have a great matchup in
it's gonna be a fun one.
Northern Colorado and Weber.
So we'll look at the replay once again. It looks like the ball just beats her to the back.
That's a great shot by our camera crew.
Great job. I wonder who's doing the replay. Mitch? I shot
Maybe?
Mitch.
Shout out our ESPN crew.
Yeah, battled through 4 games yesterday.
Here we are
Yeah,
in
they're a
game
great
number
product.
5 of the week.
The entire press box, the video board graphics team, Evan Bates running the press box, the video board, in charge of the PA, Mary on PA for the game today. Yesterday we had Chris also come in. We'll have Scott Gross, the legendary Scott Gross.
Let's go.
I believe PA in the championship.
I
John
love that
Match,
guy.
the SIDs, him and Ryan Cheney scoring in Leo, scoring all the games up in the press box.
It's an all hands
For the
on deck type of
tournament.
ordeal.
John Casper, the Big Sky is here. Everyone here.
This review's taking a little bit longer than I initially thought it was going to.
Yeah. Yesterday we had one of the quickest replays I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, with the runner
Rather
leaving
quick. Runner leaving early.
challenge by...
That was more, I think it was a Hail Mary challenge. As the
Yeah.
umpires have reconvened in the infield, we'll see the call. Here we go. First base umpire with the call. Play stands. Not enough evidence to overturn it. Portland State will lose a challenge. There's 2 down in the inning. It's now all up to Grace Johnson.
Good opportunity for the senior.
Trying to prolong her collegiate career at least one more day. Here we go. Kara Sweet looking for a complete game. Went 5 innings to start the Big Sky tournament off. Went 4 innings against Idaho State. It's gone 6 2/3 so far today against Portland State. It's allowed 3 solo home runs, that being the only scoring for the Vikings. She's now pitched 16 2/3 this season against the Vikings, allowing just 5 runs, or 4 runs, excuse me.
Yeah, she's been huge for this Montana team, especially in their series against Portland State and here today.
This one lifted into the outfield, and it's caught by JoJo Christians. That'll end it. Montana survives to play another game. They'll take on the winner of our next game between Northern Colorado and Weber State. And for Portland State, their season comes up short. 0-2 in the Big Sky tournament. Unbelievable careers by Shrey Nakoa Chung and Grace Johnson, other seniors including Jolie Benson and Gracie Walters and Allison Harris. Well, that does it for Game 5 of the tournament. After the break, Taylor Fitzgerald will be interviewing the winning coach, Steph Ewing. So stick with us. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championship Tournament on ESPN Plus, presented by Jambar.
morning. Steph, you guys just won another game in the tournament, live to see another day. You guys have been able to score in multiple different ways throughout this tournament, the long ball, key hitting. What's been working for you guys in the box?
I think a lot of people are just seeing the ball really well and keeping it simple in there. We always say two things matter. Are we on time and do we swing at a good pitch? Our offense is doing a really good job of passing the bat. And can't say enough about Kara Sweet. She's just been unreal for us and continue to give her the ball. We told her we're going to throw her in an ice bath again and do it all over again tomorrow.
That was going to be my next question for you. Kara Sweet really coming in, transferring in, buying into the program, seeing a lot of success. What's she doing well right now for you guys?
You know, she's just a pitcher who really depends on her feel and being able to spin the ball, and her being able to tunnel the curveball and the changeup together is really what makes her effective. And she just continues to fool batters. And, you know, you see a lot of people in there kind of shaking their head a little bit like, what was that? And she just spins it. It's funky. It's uncomfortable, and we love it. We're glad to have her, and heck yeah, let's keep going.
Got another game coming up tomorrow. What are you guys going to do today to prepare for tomorrow's game?
We're going to go eat and going to go buy a bunch of ice and get some ice baths for the team and cool off and get ready for whoever we play tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, congrats, Steph. Back to you, Logan.
Go Grizz.
Thank you, Taylor. And Steph Ewing, the winning coach of today's elimination matchup between the Montana Grizz and Portland State. Montana advancing. They'll play the winner of the next game between the Northern Colorado Bears and the Weber State Wildcats. I'm trying to listen to the time. It is at 1:54 start time, so we'll see you then. For Taylor Fitzgerald, I'm Lone Kelso. You just watched another game in the Big Sky Conference Softball Tournament presented by Jambar on ESPN+. See you soon.